The Stars and Stripes show is brought to you by the U.S. Embassy.
It's Cabs FM, powered to engage your world. And of course, welcome to the Stars and Stripes radio show. We've got Emmanuel Mafoko, Dreams Coordinator. He's no stranger to the Purple Studio. Mafoko, how are you?
I'm fine. Good afternoon. And thank you for having me in the studio.
Fantastic. And of course, we are with, you brought a lovely young lady, like a young, but you're youthful, okay? Like you're youthful. Kindly introduce our guest.
Yes, I have here with me my colleagues from NAPA, National Dreams Coordination Office.
Okay.
Mutuba.
Okay.
And I'm also Emmanuel Mafoko from U.S. Embassy, Dreams Coordinator.
Welcome to the show, Mama.
Thank you very much for having me here today.
Absolutely. Yeah. Look, let me start by saying this, and let's start with you, Remafoko. Just tell us about your role. I know you've done this a number of times, and where you are working and your role in terms of the Dreams program. And of course, I'm going to ask you to add on to your role. Obviously, she plays, if I'm not mistaken, she plays the role of the Botswana government voice within the bigger spectrum of things. And of course, you play the role of the U.S. government's role. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much, Shift. My role as a PEFA Dreams Coordinator is to provide leadership and coordination for both U.S. government agencies. You know, we have USAID, we have CDC Botswana, we have Peace Corps. I coordinate all these agencies because that's where we channel PEFA funding through the U.S. government agencies. Okay. But at the same time, you know, we work with government because we're implementing government in dreams in communities. We're also working with NAPA and Ministry of Health. Mm-hmm. So we are coordinating both government's efforts in terms of coordination and in terms of service delivery.
And of course, let's talk about Dreams. What is Dreams? For Motswana sa tlhaloganya gore ha go te Dreams ambassador. What is Dreams?
Yes, I take that my colleagues here, our guests have answered that question. But Dreams basically is a comprehensive HIV prevention program which combines biomedical, clinical, and behavioral interventions. It's a combination prevention programs. Remember, we used to focus when we started earlier interventions with HIV prevention efforts, we were focusing on behavioral component of prevention. But this time around, because of the latest science, the latest prevention products, prevention evidence, we are now combining all these components: clinical, biomedical, and behavioral interventions. Dreams basically means determined, resilient, empowered, age-free, and mentored, and safe girls. Mm-hmm. We want adolescent girls who are well empowered, not only in terms of HIV prevention, but also resilience in the terms of facing the realities of the modern world. Mm-hmm. Socio-economically, also how they relate with each other and how they explore their opportunities on the ground. So it's not basically focusing on HIV prevention. It's also focusing on social asset building, economic strength, and so forth.
Absolutely. Look, you know, we do understand that the collaboration between the Botswana government and the U.S. government has achieved a lot. I mean, in the sector of health, Dr. Ella Botswana and the United States have done phenomenally well. Let's talk about how has Dreams program impacted on the lives of adolescent girls and young women in helping Botswana's HIV response.
Yes, basically we started implementing Dreams in 2017, but we have seen young people now really coming forth for joining the program and enrolling and receiving both primary and secondary interventions as well as structural interventions, because Dreams is a layered kind of a program whereby we focus on primary, which is prevention, secondary, which means about peers and parenting and so forth. So basically, we have seen a shift in norms. We have seen much more young people becoming more responsible. I know that we are not yet there, yes, but I think over time, behavior change It's not something that happens over time.
Of course.
After some time, we're going to do an impact evaluation just to measure how dreams have impacted the lives of young people in terms of HIV prevention. But we know at this point in time, Bias 5 has actually showed us that the burden of incidence rate, that is new infection, is still existing among this group. So that is why...
Amongst young girls.
Yes, among young adolescent girls and young women. That is why even in the National Strategic Framework 3, they are our priority populations.
Okay.
We also have key populations that we are going to be focusing on. And if you look into the general epidemiology of Botswana, you realize that we have achieved 98% of people who know their status. And 98%, it's 1998.
98, 95.
Yes, 95.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the challenge is the status.
The status.
Yeah.
Let me bring in, obviously, your voice into it. One thing that we realize is that young women are mostly affected. And what is our overall strategy in terms of getting us to 100?
Before I go to your question, I'll say a bit on what Ramafuku was saying. He mentioned primary and secondary. I know Botswana might not know what primary is and secondary. The primary interventions, we refer to those interventions that are offered in the community by the community implementing partners. And then we have the secondary, which are the clinical interventions which are offered by the clinical partners that are offered at the facilities, be it contraceptive use, be it condoms, be it pre-exposure prophylaxis, HIV testing. Those are the primary and secondary according to what we call the layering table. Layering table is where we have a list of interventions that are offered to the AGYW. We have them in a list like that so that we don't just give you one service and say you will be empowered, you will be resilient. We give you a layer of services. That is when we can say we have given you we have given you layered interventions. You are now dreams. Like he was saying the acronym, you are now determined, resilient, empowered, mentored, AIDS-free and safe.
Wow. Powerful.
Yes. After giving you the services, now you are dreams. Yes. That's
now
where.
You're dreams. I want to be dreams. Let me ask you this question. The lay of the country in terms of our health infrastructure that complement dreams. Often enough, but there are a lot of these issues in our rural communities, where people need this kind of attention and intervention. In your take, in terms of the BW government, and I know that the Botswana government has done absolutely well in that regard, just give a comment on that, please.
The DREAMS implementation is in 8 districts. And when we say 8 districts, I'll give you an example. Say Mahalape. It's Mahalape. It covers Bo, Safari, the whole area, not just Mahalape, the village. We go to hard to reach areas.
Yes.
When we get into a district, we map to see where the AGYWs are. Then we go there where they are centralized. We go to every area. We don't just focus in Gaborone. Of course, when the program started, it was in Gaborone and Kwening East. And Gaborone is not just Gaborone. It's Greater Gaborone, where we have Tlokeng, we have Mogodisane included under Gaborone. So the government, the landscape, we go to all the districts, the 8. As of now, we are only in 8. But eventually, would want to go to other districts.
Absolutely.
Yes, it's only that right now we wanted to start with 8 to see how far we can go. Before we can move to the next district, we have to be sure that where we are, we have saturated. There's a term called saturation, meaning that we have completed, we have covered the AGYWs in that particular area. The way DREAMS implementation is done, the selection of the districts where we go, we are advised. Like he earlier on talked of bias, he talked of NSF. Those are the guiding documents that they guide us to show us this is where we should go. The AGYWs are concentrated there. The incidence rate, HIV incidence, and the prevalence rate, these are the areas where we have high prevalence. You look at the districts where we are, and you look at the statistics and bias, you will realize that we are in districts of high burden prevalence. So we go in there to prevent. It's a prevention program. We go in there to prevent the further spread of the disease so that the AGYWs can be AIDS-free, like the A in the DREAMS acronym.
I like that. Let me ask you this last question. As a Botswana on World AIDS Day, what advice would you give to the nation? I mean, you're somebody who works every day in terms of understanding HIV and AIDS is not over. And it's although we have achieved a great achievement with 98, 95, the war is not over. Lebana Barona are still getting infected, especially young girls, adolescent girls and young women. What would you say to the nation in line with World AIDS Day?
This World AIDS Day, I would say to Botswana Kwagae, to an AGYW or even the boys.
Yes.
I'm aware that we haven't mentioned the boys, but
yes,
we do work with them somehow. We have interventions as DREAMS that can be used to prevent the spread. For example, we have pre-exposure prophylaxis, but we are not saying if you are taking PrEP, just take it alone. You need to do PrEP, prevention of the HIV infection. You also need to condomize to prevent other STIs and pregnancies, unnecessary pregnancies. So I'm fully aware that most of the AGYWs are not yet aware that there's something that can assist them. But PrEP is offered in all the clinics across the whole country, even if it's not a DREAMS district. PrEP is there in all the districts. PrEP is there in Tebelo Pili wellness clinics. They can access it there for free. You don't pay, you just go there. You don't necessarily have to join DREAMS for you to take PrEP.
Yes, absolutely.
If PrEP is what you want, all the better.
All the better.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Remafoko, let me give you this opportunity to share your parting statements. And of course, celebrating World AIDS Day, what would you say to the nation at large?
Yes, thank you so much, Shift. I think one important message that I want to share with the nation is that DREAMS is not only about HIV prevention. We have economic strengthening component where we have pathways like entrepreneurship development, we have skills development, we have internship and employment opportunities. So DREAMS this time around, starting from COP23, we want to focus on encouraging young people, young girls to join DREAMS for them to also get economic opportunities. Secondly, we want to support government of Botswana through Ministry of Education to roll out life skills programs in Botswana. In all the schools, not only the 8 districts, because we realize that a lot is happening in our schools. We need to make sure that we provide a robust program that can mitigate the challenges that are experienced by young people in schools.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Well, it's Gabs FM Power to engage your world. And of course, in this subject matter, I think it's important to say it is not a gender war. It is a united war. And we have to come together, Leboreni, to play their part and understand what is going on, understand their HIV status, and of course, respect our young and adolescent girls and young women. It's such an important component. Let me ask you both this last question. How has the collaboration between the BW government and the US government been so far? Is it a functioning and working collaboration in terms of the health sector?
It's a working, fully functional relationship. If you look at where it started 20 years ago, we are celebrating 20 years. We've been doing that of PEPFAR existence in the country.
Yes.
ARVs.
Yes.
We get them through the support of PEPFAR. Even in DREAMS, the PrEP, not only that, prevention, care and treatment, be it voluntary male circumcision. All of those are funded through the PEPFAR support, the US government support. Wow. So it's a very good collaboration between the two governments.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, it's Gabs FM, power to engage your world. You're on the Stars and Stripes radio show, proudly brought to you by the US Embassy in partnership with Gabs FM. And of course, we are commemorating World AIDS Day. And it's important that I say this. It's important that you know your status and play your role. Good afternoon.
The Stars and Stripes show is brought to you by the US Embassy.
It's Gabs FM, power to engage your world. And of course, you're on the Stars and Stripes radio show, proudly brought to you by the US Embassy in partnership with Gabs FM. Now, for our partner spotlight, we have none other than Bonolo Waruna, Smart Hope Worldwide, otherwise known as HWW Botswana. Hello, Waruna. How are you?
Dumelang. I'm good.
How was your day?
My day was good.
Fantastic. And of course, we have our partner in crime. She goes by the name Taboka. She serves as Human People to People, HPP Botswana. Taboka, how are you?
Dumelang, I'm very fine.
How was your day?
It was really great.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for being part and parcel of the Stars and Stripes radio show. Let me start with you, Waruna. Tell us your name, your full name, and what you do.
Okay. My name is Bonolo Waruna Smuts. I'm a second year student at the University of Botswana, pursuing Bachelor of Engineering.
Nice one. We're so deal. Okay, sharp. And when did you join Dreams, and how has it helped you in your life and who you are today?
Well, Dreams had a campaign back in Newbie last year, June. So I joined through the mentor from Dreams.
Okay.
Yeah. Dreams helped me learn people skills and empowered me to become an independent young lady.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I've also managed to create a sisterhood through the SAFE group.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So Dreams Totahela as a framework and initiative Totahela, you can say as a Motswana gore, it has done you well?
Yes, it has.
Absolutely. Let's talk to you, my sister. Tell us your full name and what you do. And of course, when did you join Dreams and how has it helped your life?
Okay. My full names are Taboka Bating. I'm currently doing public administration and economics at the University of Botswana.
Wow.
I am actually a baker and a hairstylist on the side.
Oh, nice. You're a hustler.
I'm a hustler.
Emma.
I joined Dreams on the 10th of October, and it has helped me with receiving free clinical services like STI screening, HIV testing, and counseling, and it has helped me to achieve my goals and just to know who I am in general.
Okay, let me ask both of you ladies, would you recommend Dreams to family members, your friends? Do you think it is an initiative that really works as a testimonial? Are you guys here to testify on behalf of Dreams, being that you went through the hands of Dreams and you're saying, well, look, nakele Waruna, nakele Taboka, I'm a better human being? Waruna?
Okay, let me say this. Joining Dreams would be the best decision you could have ever made. It benefits you in a lot of ways. Like, I'm in a department there are not many women there. Okay. But through Dreams, I've met some ladies that are in the same department as me. So imagine what Dreams could do for you.
Powerful stuff. Taboka?
Yeah. Yes, I highly advise people to join Dreams because it's really beneficial in your life. As for me, I'm doing public administration and economics, but I didn't know what I would want to focus on when I finish school. And through Dreams, through attending the events, I've realized and found a path which I'm actually interested in. And this could help young women and girls to also find what they're really into.
Well, it's Cabs FM, power to engage your world. And of course, welcome to the Stars and Stripes radio show. And of course, today the theme of the show is World AIDS Day, which is the 1st of December, 2023. Let me ask you this question. Whether we like it or not, the Republic of Botswana has done very well in terms of fighting the demon called HIV and AIDS. However, the fight is not done. Young people are still getting infected. Young adolescent girls are still getting infected. What would you say to your age mates in line with World AIDS Day and in line with the importance of understanding your status, protecting yourself, and living a more healthier and responsible life?
Here's the thing. Guys, let's test, know your status. For as long as testing is free, you get the pills for free if you're infected. And also, let's raise awareness about the stigma that's around AIDS. For some reason, people don't mind having AIDS. That it has changed. It has drifted from AIDS into I don't care. Let's change that.
Yeah, absolutely powerful stuff. Taboka?
Okay, I would like to advise young people to educate themselves. I realized that I'm misinformed when it comes to HIV and AIDS, just from the way it's transmitted, how it's prevented, and it's really sad how most people at this time still don't know how to use things like condoms. Well, there are free testing points and free things like body clinic. So I advise young people to educate themselves on ways that are transmitted, HIV and AIDS is transmitted, on how to properly use condoms, and the available clinical services that are there. Botswana is really trying to help everyone, to help this generation to be AIDS free. So it just needs us from our side to be the helping hand in achieving this.
Yes, absolutely. Well, it's Gabs FM Power to engage your world, and we're talking to two phenomenal young ladies who have been part and parcel of the Dreams program. And as I wrap up the show, Ken, what do you think can be done? Especially, let me ask this one directly to Taboka. What do you think where do you think Dreams can be improved to reach more AGYW and become relevant to them?
Okay, so Dreams in Ali, like, how can I put this? Makalana Ali 3. There is Hope Worldwide, where Warna and then there's Humana People to People, where I am. Then there's Stepping Stones.
Yes.
So there are branches, Bo, Serowe, Gaborone, Bubira, and there are some areas called Dreams is on thing. So I was thinking, Dreams can improve to they can reach people and I highly recommend them to engage the community, like parents, because Dreams is not only for Banaba University like us. It targets girls from the ages of 9 to 24 years. So I think Dreams hela can engage abatsadi to like encourage their children to join Dreams. It will really be helpful.
Would you like to add on to that?
Yes. Dreams should have a mindset change roadshow campaign to ignite the way people think about issues in relation to HIV and GBV.
Wow.
Then to create more awareness and brand visibility to the entire country. Like she said, Hore Dreams, the Kweneng region, Gaborone, Ramotswa, but it's not available Gobo Francis Town, Bonata, where there are also other young ladies who I think could benefit from being in Dreams.
Well, it's Gabs FM, power to engage your world. You gotta be the change you want to see, and this is an important conversation. I mean, a brilliant example of this conversation is Drama Boy. And what happened to Drama Boy. I think whether we like it or not, we need to use Drama Boy, such a talented young Botswana. And of course, this is why that we still need to fight the demon that is called HIV and AIDS. Good afternoon.
The Stars and Stripes show was brought to you by the U.S. Embassy.